Happy Halloween, everybody! Now, I probably should be in some kind of costume, but honestly, you guys just having to look at this face every single Tuesday is probably worse enough for you, and I shouldn't make it any worse. But guys, it is Halloween. I hope you guys are going to have an amazing night tonight, because we are going to talk about the new comic books coming out tomorrow. But before we dive into today's video, I do want to remind you guys that there will be no final order cutoff speculation and recommendations video this week. I am flying to California on Thursday morning for BlizzCon this weekend. I am so excited. I cannot wait to see what the new World of Warcraft expansion is going to be. It's going to be an epic weekend with my best friend Josh, and I'm so excited. So guys, no final order cutoff video this week, but guys, let's not waste any more time. Stick around to the end of the video to find out how to enter this week's giveaway, but also to find out if you won last week's giveaway. All right guys, let's dive into today's video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another spooky Wednesday pull list. This is your hype video for New Comic Book Day. I try to get you pumped and excited to get down to your local LCS or go online and order these amazing comic books that are coming out this week on New Comic Book Day, which is November. Let that sink in. It's already November 1st of 2023, which is tomorrow. And guys, this is a really weird week for me on my pull list. But guys, I will tell you all about it when we check out my pull list. All right, guys, as you guys can see, my pull list is normal size. There's 15 total books on this pull list, but you guys can't see what those books are. And to really talk about this pull list, I need you guys to be able to see them. So let me go ahead and throw them up on screen right now. And guys, like I said, there are 15 books on my pull list, but there are 9. That's right, 9 new #1 books on my pull list this week. There are more new #1s than there are actual continuing titles for me this week, which is absolutely crazy. But let me break it down just a little bit more. There are only 3, which is also really crazy. Only 3 DC books on my pull list, 6 Marvel and 6 independent, and that is my pull list. 9 total new #1 titles. So we're gonna do today's video a little bit different. We're not gonna have any almost top 5, but we are gonna have an extra long new #1s that you guys just have to be excited about section. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and skip over the chopping block because there are no books on the chopping block this week, and we're gonna go ahead and dive right in to our cover lever picks. There might be a ton of new #1 titles coming out this week, but there are also a lot of amazing covers. I was able to find 9 just bangers, and I cannot wait to show you guys these covers. Now, these first 3 were on my final order cutoff speculation and recommendations video, so if you guys already saw that, maybe you can skip ahead a little bit, but you know what? Just stick around because these covers are absolutely amazing. And the first one up is X-Men issue number 28. Now, this is the 1:50 Virgin ratio variant done by Miguel Mercado. How cool does Cyclops look on this cover? He looks like an absolute badass. But guys, the next one up is Scarlet Witch issue number 10. Now this is the Knight's End variant done by Mark Aspinall. This is a gorgeous cover. I'm not picking up Scarlet Witch right now, but I am gonna pick up this cover because I think this cover is it's gorgeous. But guys, the next one up, I already pre-ordered this book because I just had to have it. This is Spider-Boy issue number 1, the 1:50 ratio variant done by David Aja. I have been talking about this cover ever since I saw the image. It is so gorgeous. It's David Aja. It's his new character Spider-Boy, which is really popular. I'm actually gonna start reading this run of Spider-Boy because I haven't read anything up to this point, and I'm actually pretty excited for this book. But guys, that's for later. Let's go ahead and go over to the next cover, which is Supergirl Special issue number 1. Now this is the cover D, which is the foil variant done by Will Jack. Now I will say a lot of Will Jack's covers do look a lot alike, at least in the face, and this one does as well compared to a lot of his other covers, but guys, it's still freaking gorgeous. It's a foil, it's Supergirl, I really like it, and I just had to pick it up. But guys, the next one up is White Widow issue number 1. Now this is the local comic book shop day variant done by David Marquez. For some reason, that is so hard for me to say. I've actually said it like 5 times already, and I keep stumbling over myself. And I was actually able to say it correctly that time. But guys, this cover is done by David Marquez. It is the cover A, but the background is black and white. I just think that's really cool, and I actually like this more than the cover A itself. So that's why I'm showing that one to you guys. But next up is Red Light, issue number 1. This is the cover A, and it's done by Jeff DeCall. I love that Jeff DeCall is doing some covers for independent titles over at AWA. This cover is really good, and the cover for issue number 2 is also really good. And I think I've seen the artwork for issue number 3, but it's Jeff DeCall. He's doing all the cover A's, and they are gorgeous. But guys, there are 3 more covers that I want to talk to you guys about, and they're all for Savage Red Sonja issue number 1. Now, the first one that I really like is the cover K, which is the Virgin variant done by Arthur Adams. This is so good. I love this cover. And the other one that I like is the cover N, which is the 1:10 ratio variant, also done by Arthur Adams, but this is the fiery red line variant, which is really good. But the last one that I really like is the cover B variant, done by Frank Cho. Now, there is a version for this in a black and white, and I don't know, probably 2 other versions, but I really just like the cover B, which has the trade dress on it. I think that actually elevates this a little bit, but the artwork by Frank Cho is just, it is really good. All right, guys, those are the 9 covers that I absolutely love that are coming out on this week's new comic book day. Let me know if you really like any of those covers, or if there's a cover that I missed that you really like. But guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which is going to be the new, like, beefier new number 1s that you guys just have to be excited about. Before we dive into those new number 1s, I just want to remind you guys, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel yet, do yourself a favor and get yourself subscribed and hit that bell for notifications, so that way you guys do not miss content just like this that I drop every single week, and also my final order cutoff video. But guys, also, if you have not hit that like button yet, do me a favor and smash that like button. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check out these new number 1s. This new number 1 section is going to be a little different than normal, because normally I only talk about 1 new number 1 book, no matter how many number 1s are on my pull list. But guys, I have 9 new number 1s on my pull list, and 2 of those made the top 3 list. So that means there are 7 other new number 1s that are on my pull list this week, but there are 6 of them that I am really excited about. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about those 6 really briefly in this section. And the first one up is going to be Canary issue number 1. Now, this is coming from writer Scott Snyder and has art by Dan Panosian. Do you really need to have any other information than the writer Scott Snyder? I don't think you do, because he's such an amazing writer. Almost everything that guy does is super enjoyable to read, and I'm really excited about this book. It's set back in the 1800s. There's some kind of magical cave that's like creating zombies or something, I believe. I don't really remember the full synopsis of that book, and I'm not going to sit here and read it to you guys, but it's Scott Snyder. Pick this book up. Next up is It's Jeff, issue number 1. Now, this is coming from writer Kelly Thompson and has art by a name I'm not even going to try to pronounce, but guys, it's Kelly Thompson. It's Jeff the Land Shark. This is just going to be a really fun book. I'm mostly picking it up so I can read this with my son Jack, because I know he's absolutely going to love Jeff the Land Shark. But come on, Kelly Thompson is such a great writer. You at least have to check it out for that, but also the cuteness of Jeff. But guys, moving on is Red Light issue number 1. Now, this is coming from a writer called Sarah Cho and has art by Priscilla. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. I don't know how to say it. It's right there on screen. You guys can read it right there. But guys, I don't know this writer at all, but the synopsis sounds really cool. It's a brothel that has an AI sex worker, and somehow she becomes in the care of a little girl. And that's just all we really know. Obviously, it's in a brothel, so there's going to be some like craziness, but it's also AI, which is like a hot topic right now. So I'm just really excited to check this book out, and that cover A is absolutely amazing. But guys, next up is Spider-Boy issue number 1. I'm actually really excited for this book. Now, this is coming from writer Dan Slott and has art by Paco Medina. Now, I'm going to say something, and I know a lot of you guys are going to think I'm absolutely crazy. I used to read Spider-Man like religiously. It's like one of my favorite comic books, and my favorite run on Spider-Man was by Dan Slott. It was really enjoyable. I loved when he introduced Superior Spider-Man. I thought that was really cool in my opinion, and it was really enjoyable. Now, I have read some of his current stuff, and I haven't enjoyed it at all. It's been really bad. So I'm going into this book a little hesitant, but it's also a new character. I'm just going to go in with an open mind and hopefully really enjoy it. But the cover by Humberto Ramos is great. The David Aja is great. There's some other ones that are really good. I'm just, like I said, I'm going in with an open mind and I'm hopefully going to enjoy it because I would love to enjoy a Spider-Book character outside of Miles Morales, even though Miles Morales is a great book. You guys should be reading that. There's 2 more new number 1s to talk about. Next up is Supergirl Special issue number 1. Now, this is coming from writer Mariko Tamaki. Great writer, and also has art by Skylar Patras. Now, I'm mainly picking this up for that Will Jack cover, but Mariko Tamaki is actually a really great writer, and Skylar Patras, if you haven't seen some of her artwork, it's absolutely gorgeous. I believe this is her first artwork at the Big 2. I could be wrong, but I'm really excited to see what she's going to do with Supergirl. I think it's going to be really, really good. And the last book up is White Widow issue number 1. Now, this is coming from writer Sarah Gailey and has art by Alessandro Miraculo. I want to say that's how it's pronounced. But guys, if the name Sarah Gailey does not ring a bell, she is the writer from Eat the Rich and Know Your Station. And if you did not read those 2 books, you are missing out. Those are 2 great, intense independents. I absolutely love her writing style, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to do with White Widow because she is such a great character. And yeah, great writer, great character. Let's hopefully have another great Marvel book to pick up each and every single month. But guys, those are the new number 1s that I'm super duper excited about. Are you guys picking up any of those titles? If you are, let me know down in the comments below. All right, guys, we're skipping over the almost top 3 and we're gonna dive right in to the top 3 books that I'm most excited to picking up this week because the stories are so freaking good. Alright guys, the book that's landing in the number 3 spot is a Marvel title, and it's actually a new number 1. It is Ultimate Universe issue number 1. Now this is coming from writer Jonathan Hickman and has art by Stefano Caselli. I want to say it's how it's pronounced. But guys, I finished reading Ultimate Invasion yesterday. It was a 4-issue miniseries that was launching the new Ultimate Universe. And it was really good. It was Jonathan Hickman at his best again, just creating this very interesting premise with the Ultimate characters, how they're going to come back to the Marvel Universe. And I'm just like really excited for this world to be coming back. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be intermixed or intertwined with the normal Marvel Universe. It's most likely not. I'm sure they're going to explain that in Ultimate Universe issue number 1, which I believe is a one-shot and which is going to then spin out all the other titles. But guys, I'm just really excited for these Marvel characters to come back because they are the characters that we know and love, but with a little twist on them. It's almost like an Elseworld tale. And if you guys have been watching this channel long enough, you know I love Elseworld tales. So I'm excited to get a new Spider-Man. I'm excited to get a new Thor and a new Iron Man and a new Captain America and all these other characters because I think what we have currently in the normal Marvel Universe is just stale and boring. I'm not picking up most of the titles because they're really not that good, but hopefully this is going to change that. Maybe not hopefully because I really don't need my pull list to grow by that much. It's already like too big already, but for this, I will make an exception. And guys, there are some okay variants for this. There's the Caselli variant, which features Thor on the cover. There is the 1:25 ratio by Lionel Francis Yu, which has Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor. And there's also the Ultimate Thor variant done by Ben Harvey, which is also really good, which also has a Virgin variant, which is the 1:50, and the Caselli has the 1:100 ratio variant. They're not great, but they're okay. And I wanted to show those to you guys in case you guys did not see them before. But guys, that is my number 3 book. Let's go ahead and find out what my number 2 is. All right, guys, the number 2 book is another Marvel book. 2 of the top 3 books are Marvel books. That has happened a few times in the last few months, but doesn't happen very often throughout the whole entire year. So it's actually pretty exciting. And guys, this book is Doctor Strange, issue number 9. Now, this is coming from writer Jed MacKay, one of the best writers at Marvel Comics right now. Almost every single title that he's writing is just an absolute banger. But guys, this has art by Pascal Ferry. And if you're not reading Doctor Strange, you guys are missing out. This is really, really good. I read issue number 8 yesterday, and it got me so excited for issue number 9. So to catch you guys up pretty quickly, I'm not going to give you all the amazing details, but there is a character that is called General Strange. He is a Doctor Strange from an alternate universe that has like all these crazy powers, and like this pantheon of like super beings created him, and now he was destroyed, but he was so powerful he was able to bring himself back together into this new body, and he's come to this universe and he wants to destroy it. So obviously Clea and Doctor Strange have to stop him. And obviously this General Strange is still in love with Clea Strange. And in issue number 8, she went to him and pretended to like go on his side again, and then something awesome happened, and Doctor Strange did something really cool at the end of it. How is it going to work out? Is it going to be bad and then go good? Who knows? But Jed MacKay is doing an awesome tale. And again, the love between Doctor Strange and Clea Strange is so good. It's so good. From the Strange book to Doctor Strange, it's just grown and built into this it's so good. I love this title. You guys should go back and read Strange, maybe even the death of Doctor Strange, and then Doctor Strange, because this title has been a banger. It's been so freaking good. I'm loving it. Read it. Now, for variant covers, there's nothing really all that exciting. There's the 1 in 25 David Mack, which is okay in my opinion. There's the Night Ends variant by Megan Hetrick, which I really don't enjoy. Then there is the Phil Noto, which is pretty good. But for me, I'm going with that cover A. All right, guys, that is the number 2 book. Let's go ahead and find out what my number 1 book that I think you guys just have to be picking up this week, because it is an absolute banger. All right, guys, the number 1 book that I'm most excited to read this week is Blood Commandment issue number 1. Now, normally, for a book to make this list, I will have had to read the previous issue to this book, but this is a new number 1. That's how Ultimate Comics issue number 1 got on the list, because I read Ultimate Invasion right before that title. But this one right here, Simon Kredinsky, the artist on this book, reached out to me and actually sent me a reader copy before it came out. I was so blown away that he actually reached out to me and sent a reader copy. I dove right in because I absolutely love Something Epic. That book is so good. There were a couple slow issues in the middle, but that book is still it is just so good. And when he sent this to me, I was just like, all right, I gotta dive in. I gotta read it. And it was amazing. The art by Simon is so good. So good. And the story just makes the artwork sing. It is so good. So let me go and read the synopsis to you guys, and then I'll give you a few words on why I think this book is so good. Living an isolated life in a shadowed valley surrounded by mountains and a thick forest, a father and son are terrorized by a dangerous supernatural presence. Only the father's dark secrets can save them or damn their souls for all eternity. Being a single father can be tough, but for Ezra Conley, it's a duty he doesn't take lightly. Living off the grid, away from prying eyes, in the heart of the forest country, he spends his days teaching his teenage son Will survival skills. But Will has questions. Questions Ezra fears to answer about his past and about why they never leave the valley before sundown. A 4-issue horror miniseries from the creator of the breakout hit series Something Epic and the artist of Spawn and Punisher, Simon Kredinsky, serves us a story about survival, sacrifice, and hope. That is everything this book was. And if you're a father, you totally feel for the character of Ezra and everything he's trying to do for his son. And also, you know how kids are. And you know that they just want and they ask 1,000 questions. And you don't want to have to give them the full answers. But you know what? Sometimes you do. And he doesn't just yet. But oh my God, this book was so good. And it's so perfect for Halloween, even though it's coming out tomorrow, the day after Halloween. But it is so good, guys. I love the father and son relationship in this and the tension that's there, that's built around the secret that Ezra has, and his old life is coming back to haunt him. Oh, it is so good. I'm not telling you guys anything more. The artwork is fantastic. The story is amazing. The pacing in this was so good. There would be a big page of all text and then multiple pages of action. So good. So good. It was an epic story. Now, the variants for this are super duper cool. They're homages to old poster titles, video games. They're just really good. There's also a cover E, which is a blank variant that you can get sketched on, which would be a really good book to get sketched on. But this is an awesome book. I'm so excited to read the 2nd issue of this. Simon, thank you so much for sending me that reader copy. It blew my mind when you reached out to me and then you sent it to me and then I read it. It was just so good. So good. All right, guys, make sure you guys are picking up Blood Commandment issue number 1. You're not going to regret it because that book is so good. And yeah, that's everything for today's Wednesday pull list. Stick around and find out if you guys won last week's giveaway. All right, guys, we are at the end of the video, and before we find out who won last week's giveaway, I just want to thank each and every single one of you who are still watching this video right now and who watch this every single week. I really, really appreciate every single one of you, and I just want to tell you, you guys are legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Now, guys, look down real quick. Have you guys hit that like button just yet? If you haven't, do me a favor and smash that like button. All right, guys, last but not least, if you guys are not subscribed and you're still watching, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button once again. All right, guys, with that said, let's go ahead and cut up close and find out who won last week's giveaway. All right, guys, this is last week's video, so we're gonna go ahead and copy and paste the URL for that in here. We're not gonna say anything goes. We're gonna say keyword filter. We're gonna say hashtag I love comic books. We're gonna go ahead and hit continue, which will collect all the comments with the hashtag I love comic books. There were 55 comments, and guys, let's go ahead and find out if you guys won last week's giveaway in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Jamie Jimenez, congratulations! Jamie, congratulations for winning last week's giveaway. Now, what I need you to do is go over to Instagram and slide into our DMs. Our handle is right here. And send us your address, and I will get 3 books shipped out to you in the next 2 to 3 weeks. These will be amazing cover lover picks, or maybe some amazing books that I think you should be reading, just in case you're not reading those books. And yeah, congratulations one more time. Editor Bruce here, guys. I totally forgot to tell you how to enter this week's giveaway when I was recording this video earlier, but it's the same rules as always. Number 1, you guys need to live in the United States of America. Number 2, you guys need to be subscribed to the channel. Number 3, you need to leave a comment. And number 4, you need to use the hashtag I love comic books in your comment. And that's it. All right, guys, back to the video. But guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. There will be no final order cutoff, speculation, or recommendations video again this week. I just wanna give you that one last reminder, and that's gonna be it. Wish me safe travels, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday with a whole new Wednesday pull list video, and hopefully I'll have some BlizzCon goodies to show off to you guys. But have yourself a great weekend, a great new comic book day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.